Hey guys, happy Friday. We are on our way over to go and record Facebook Friday this morning. So we do this show live every Friday morning, and we're trying to switch up the intros here to kind of give you the commercial of what this show's about. So if you read the title, if you're on YouTube and you've got an awesome following on YouTube and you're trying to take your followers to your other platforms like Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or things like that, this is the video for it. We're going to show you guys how to take your followers from one platform and bring them into all the other platforms that you're probably on. I know a lot of you have gone really deep on, just using YouTube or just using Facebook or just using Instagram because it takes so much effort to be in one of these channels. But I want to show you how you can take the massive amount of followers that you have on one platform and spread the love in other platforms and bring them into some of the other channels that you're using and that you're actually spending effort on as well. And the benefit of that is if you are just on YouTube, for example, we're going to get into this in the show, but if you're just on YouTube and YouTube changes and now you're not able to get the reach that you once had, it's nice to kind of spread that social awareness in other channels. And right now there's like 5 or 6 really big ones, but in the next couple years, as social media continues to expand, as we do new interesting things, you got to assume that there's going to be new channels that come up. So you don't want to be left behind on maybe a video channel like YouTube or a photo channel like just Instagram, and be able to adapt to these new platforms that are coming. So this is the show that's going to show you guys how to get followers from one platform and engage them on all your platforms, if you're willing to do that, and if you're willing to take the steps necessary to be on multiple channels at once. So let's go get into the show. Hey guys, and welcome to today's show. My name is Eric Hammond of the Orange Stack, and thanks for following along as we go live every Friday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific, and do this show on Facebook Live. So we are out today in Carlsbad, and this is probably one of my favorite buildings in Carlsbad. It's kind of a unique place. It used to be this massive flower distribution place, like a huge warehouse, couple, probably like 70,000 square feet, I think it is. And what they did is they hacked the whole building. They cut a big hole right down the middle and made a walkway and turned it into actually a bunch of office spaces. So it's kind of one of those multi-workplaces. GoPro is actually located just kind of in the back over there. There's a new bike shop over here. It's just a really cool building, a multi-purpose place. It's just kind of a cool vibe here. So I really like this area. It's kind of neat. So I figured, because we're talking about YouTube today, why not film where GoPro is actually located? So again, my name is Eric Hammond. We do this show and talk about how to use really business strategies as a real estate agent to grow and expand and do new things. And in today's show, I want to talk about YouTube, okay? So a lot of you guys are big on video. You understand the benefit of being on video, and you understand how to really use video to portray this message to your audience, right? So video can be huge. You can have thousands of views. You can really dominate a social media platform, and you can really get people to understand who you are and what you do and the brand that you become, right? Like GoPro does such a good job at that. They have incredible videos. They have, action-packed, like mount that camera on the front of your helmet and jump off a cliff type things, right? And you guys have the opportunity to build your brand, talk about who you are, show homes, show the community, show restaurants, show all those kind of things as a real estate agent. And I think that that's what people buy. They buy the lifestyle that you help them sell. It's not how many bedrooms and baths and square footage that people are interested in. It's what that home's going to do for their lifestyle. So now that you understand the importance of video, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have figured that out, it's what do I do when I have such a strong video presence and bring them to these other social media platforms like LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat and everything else that's going to come in the next 10 or 20 years that has to do with social media. So I'm going to talk today specifically about YouTube and having a strong YouTube channel and how to get those followers and those subscribers to other social media platforms. But if you're big on Instagram or you're big on Facebook or somewhere else and you want to bring these followers to somewhere else, the same exact principles apply to it. You just got to adapt, okay? So I think a lot of you are thinking, I'm trying to be everywhere. As I put in the text, I'm trying to be omnipresent. I'm trying to be on every single social media platform that I can be on. Because not everybody is just on YouTube and not everybody's just on Snapchat or LinkedIn. I need to find everybody and I need to go get a hold of everybody. That's great, but you don't have to, okay? Don't feel pressured to be every single place all at once, all the time, and have amazing content everywhere. You can do it, and you should do it, but you don't have to do it. If you realize my demographics on Facebook, and that's where everybody that I talk to and communicate is, and you have thousands of followers on that platform, stick with that and then decide, okay, it's 2018, this is the year that I'm going to add Instagram. And now you can pick up Instagram and start adding that. Don't worry about YouTube and LinkedIn and everywhere else. Just focus on your strengths and then kind of expand from there. What you are going to realize, though, is that there are people who never get on some of these platforms. I talk about my parents quite a bit because I think they're the perfect demographic to show. They're in their 70s, they've been in their home forever, they're the ideal client that you're looking for, who's probably going to sell their house someday and be ready to talk to them, okay? So think about it this way. My mom, because of her grandchildren and her friends and everything, spends most of her time on Instagram, and that's where she lives, and that's the place that she loves to go to. She'll check Facebook probably once a week. She never gets on YouTube. She never gets on Snapchat. She never gets on LinkedIn. And then you have my dad on the other side, who has no social media interest whatsoever, and he's completely 100% on YouTube. He'll probably spend 2 or 3 hours a day on that. On YouTube, watching video content, engaging with things. So if you're trying to reach him, you have to have content that's on YouTube, and you have to be able to engage with him. If you want to reach my mom, who's on Instagram, you have to have content there. You can't just be on Facebook and hope to reach both of them. Does that make sense? So once you realize I need to be everywhere, and I need to take my followers everywhere, and I need to have content that's interesting, you got to decide, what am I going to post, right? So YouTube is just video. Like, the only point of being on YouTube is to post video, to have that kind of content. You're not going to start a blog on there, and you're not just going to type on there, and you're not just going to post photos, even though you can make like a video slideshow. The whole point of it is uploading amazing 4K quality if you have it video, okay? Facebook has kind of adapted both sides of video and text, and you understand that it takes a lot of effort to kind of produce video and content of written word and audio and all that kind of stuff at the same time. But you got to understand that Facebook's trying to adapt to everything. You know what each of the other platforms are, and you know what their strengths are and what they're able to do. The point is that if you're big on one platform and you're trying to get somebody to another platform, you've got to create content that can be relayed in that format. Meaning that YouTube sits like this, right? You watch videos in the horizontal, hold your phone sideways format, but when you're on Snapchat, you hold your phone like this. And when you're on Instagram, you probably hold your phone like this. And when you're on Facebook, you probably hold your phone like this, and sometimes like this. So it depends. You can't take a YouTube video and go post it on Snapchat and hope that people watch it. Same with Instagram and Facebook. So the point is that you have to make native quality content on each of these platforms, which means that if you're going to make a video, you might have to make it 5 times in different directions. So be prepared for that. The other point is that if you can get all of someone's content in one place, like let's say I can go to YouTube and see everything that you ever do, then why would I need to follow you on Facebook? Or why would I need to go check you out on Instagram? So the trick here is that you need to post native stuff that maybe only exists in that platform. Meaning that, let me put it this way, maybe you do kind of a weekly show like this on YouTube, even though I'm doing this right now on Facebook. Maybe you have a weekly show like this where you talk about your community and you interview people and you go live and you have some interesting, engaging show on YouTube, and that's the only place that you have it. Maybe there's some interesting parts of it or like little short rants that have something to do with it that you can kind of go off on a tangent. You can take those 30 to 60 second clips and go post that on Instagram, right? So you see how it kind of like, if you're on Instagram, you're following me, you can have that 30-second clip and you can say, go check out the rest of my video on YouTube. So you're bringing people into YouTube. Maybe you have an incredible house that's being listed and the views are fantastic and you have this incredible photo that you can take. That's the place to host it, is on Instagram. And you can say, hey, here's this new photo that I have, or this new listing that I have, it's coming soon. For the tour of this video, go check out our Facebook video and you can see the whole inside of this house and see how amazing it is. And now you're bringing people to Facebook. So the point is to make one piece of content on one platform and drive traffic to the other platforms. And that's how it works, is you share the unique piece that doesn't exist anywhere, and then you share it to the other platforms and you tell people, go check out this. Here's another thought. What if all the social media platforms went away, right? You guys are playing on rented space. The goal here is to capture people's information, to be able to communicate with them as often as possible. It's great to have a massive YouTube channel or a huge Facebook following, but if people actually don't take action and do anything, then what's the point? So you want to be able to engage with these people. I always tell people, bring it back to a platform that you own, something like a blog or a newsletter that you send out, somewhere where you can capture their email address and be able to retarget them on all the platforms. So if you have all your followers on all these different channels all over the place and you never know when they're going to be there, try to bring them back to a blog or somewhere that you can control the traffic, to the website that you own, and that way you can capture their email address and send them emails when they want to hear it. You know that only about 25% of the people are actually going to open your email and engage and read that kind of stuff. But the point is that now you own it. You can send out emails once a week. You can send out emails once a month, depending on how frequently you distribute content. And the beauty of it is it's free. Once you have that email address, you don't have to pay anybody to get it out there. Whereas me, I have to pay Facebook to distribute this video to get to people because only 4% of the people that follow me are going to see it in the first place. Maybe you didn't know that. So you have to pay to play, which kind of stinks. So the nice thing about email is that as long as I have your email list, I can send you content and hope that you watch it and engage that way. And no matter what happens to the social media platform, you're able to own this content and you're able to own that list and keep distributing content to them over and over and over as often and as much needed as possible. So if you're not on all the platforms, again, don't worry about it. What I would encourage you to do is master the platform that you're on. It's probably going to be Facebook and it's probably going to be Instagram, one of those two. If you're not on both, try to figure out the other one. If you're on Instagram, figure out Facebook. If you're on Facebook, figure out Instagram. And if you haven't gotten on YouTube, go get your tripod, go get your phone, and go create a great video like this and go share it on YouTube and start your YouTube followers. Just know that 1.5 billion people get on YouTube every single day to engage with content and watch, and it's the easiest platform out of all the platforms that are there to get video engagement. So I hope that helps. I hope you guys are enjoying the rest of your summer here. August is just about to wrap up. The clouds are coming back to Carlsbad. And guys, we have some amazing social media advice coming up. We have a great program that's coming up in October that I'm going to tell you about in a little bit. But I just appreciate you guys following me along each week. And don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter. If you check out the link below, we're actually giving a book away every single month to newsletter subscribers. So if you're interested, go check out the link below. And love having you here. Love having you follow along each week and engage in the content that we share. And we will see you next Friday, right here live, 10 a.m. Pacific. Thanks for following, guys. See you next week.